Hello, my name is Dr. Patrick Pivoto, and I'm running for the office of President of the Colorado Medical Society, the term of which will begin in September of 2020. I appreciate your providing me with a few moments to not only introduce myself, but to hear what my vision for CMS will be. I am the son of a physician and grew up around medicine. When other kids brought their dump trucks or their favorite rock collection to show and tell, I would bring an x-ray of my arm showing the hairline fracture I sustained in my radius as I fell out of a tree. I began my career in Texas in the practice of OB-GYN, and I moved to the western slope of Colorado in 2012. I've been involved in organized medicine at the county, state, and federal levels. I am currently serving my third year on the CMS Board of Directors, representing District 12, as well as serving as your current treasurer. I don't want to take a lot of your time, but I do want to let you know why I am running for CMS President. My participation on the Board of Directors of CMS has made me more cognizant of the tremendous work that CMS has done and will continue to do for the doctors and patients of Colorado. I have seen firsthand how innovation and communication have been improved with the creation of Central Line, our virtual House of Delegates. I have observed the tireless work of the CMS staff who represent us as our advocates before legislators and other parties. My greatest passion, however, is to make a difference in the efforts of CMS to enhance physician professional satisfaction, or as some have put it, to restore the joy of medicine. Where does a person or organization begin to restore joy in anything or anyone? How can CMS enhance physician satisfaction, especially when we come from such diverse backgrounds, our loyalties often conflict, and we can at times fail to look beyond our silos in which we practice? I'm reminded of a time in the 1990s when the TMA-sponsored disability plan almost went under due to an alarming number of physicians leaving practice and taking advantage of their disability policies because of the horrendous rise in malpractice premiums due to an uncontrolled litigation climate. There are many who now describe a new phenomenon affecting the physician workforce that they call physician burnout. I recently read an article in the July 2018 edition of STAT in which the authors, Drs. Talbot and Dean, state that physicians are not burned out, which is something akin to victim shaming when it's espoused, but are rather suffering from moral injury. We find ourselves in a dilemma. On the one hand, trying to provide the best possible care for our patients regardless of their condition, their orientation, or their ability to pay. And on the other hand, trying to fulfill the demands of insurance companies, our respective hospitals, and for some, the employers we are under contract to serve. Doctors have an almost evangelical zeal to care for patients. Why else would we have sacrificed most of our 20s, time with our families, our own financial stability, and most of all, sleep? We are now inundated with the use of EMRs, which are nothing more than glorified cash registers for insurance companies and hospitals that interfere with the interaction between physicians and patients. There's the omnipresent need to be defensive and avoid litigation, as well as the ever-increasing loss of autonomy. In the book by Dr. Viktor Frankl entitled Man's Search for Meaning, the author states, "Forces beyond your control can take away everything you possess, except for one thing, your freedom to choose how you will respond to the situation. You cannot control what happens to you in life, but you can always control what you will feel and do about what happens to you." Dr. Frankl believed that once a person lost their hope, as many did who suffered alongside of him in the concentration camps of Dachau and Auschwitz, they did not survive as opposed to those who were able to hold on to their hope somehow. Simon Sinek, who's the author of the book Starting with Why, illustrates that our why should be at our very core, giving us the guidance and empowerment that works from within and is needed to define what we do and how we do it. We've never really lost track of our why, but it gets harder and harder to keep our focus. Someone once said, "We don't get burned out because of what we do. We get burned out because we forgot why we do it." My why for becoming CMS President is to emphasize more than anything else the enhancing of physician satisfaction. I believe accomplishing this goal will only be possible by empowering us to, number one, become firmly rooted in our why. Secondly, have a healthy selfishness. For example, put on your own mask during a flight with a sudden loss of cabin pressure before you assist someone else with their mask. And finally, dream big. Let's make practicing medicine in Colorado the life and calling we have always hoped it could be. We can make practicing medicine better for ourselves and for the patients we are so blessed and fortunate to serve. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I greatly appreciate your support and your vote this August.